right, listen up. We're Hebrew Israelites. We come out here every week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place called America. And to bring these people on the side back to the true nationality. From you Negroes, you Latinos, Native American Indians, you're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks about, all right? And it's our job to warn you of the coming destruction of this place, all right? And two-thirds of you Negroes and Latinos, y'all gonna die on this side, all right? Because you withhold yourself and you rebel against the Most High full force, all right? Right? And every act that you commit on the side, it has a consequence. The Most High is all about judgment, but just saying, you're gonna receive your reward at this time, all right? And like my brother and I was talking about, you're about to hit that holiday, Halloween, all right? It's coming up this Friday, and that's one of the most wicked traditions that y'all people celebrate.
That's openly.
Yeah, that's openly because, well, real quick, the other day they had on the news somewhere they opened up a haunted house, and a guy or a multitude of people went in, but a guy with a real chainsaw went in and hacked up like 8 or 9 people, man. That's the worshiping evil spirits, and y'all, and like the brother said, y'all openly worship it, y'all openly celebrate it to where y'all even dress up like witches and warlocks. It's and like we used to, like me and the brother would say, it's like y'all, it's like on a subconscious level, y'all don't even know you're choosing that costume, but that demon in you is choosing it for you, so it can show what you really are, what you are. Yeah, what you represent. Yeah. All right. But that holiday is wicked. All right.
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Hey, real quick, the Most High in the book of Psalms, and that same book Amos, Amos, the Most High even says that He hates evil. All right, but yet you're having a certain day dedicated to the worship of all evil things. All right, whether it be like they even got the image of a skeleton Mary and Jesus. All right, like this yesterday, I went to a garage sale to get my son some toys. They got a shirt of Mother Mary, and she's and they have a skull for her face, and they got bones for the aura behind her.
That's Santa Muerte. Oh. That's a saint of death, and it's evil. It's Santa Muerte. So again, that represents the angel of death, and you Latino tribe, y'all pray to that damn demon. You know what I'm saying? Although the Most High controls the left-hand spirits, but y'all don't even know what you worship, and that's what I was gonna bring out in Matthew chapter 22, verse 29. Yahweh answered and said unto them, you do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of Yahweh, because Most High has given you all guidance and instructions through His word. And this is the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the people you claim you have. But y'all don't even know that it's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which prove that if you have the Holy Spirit. Okay? But you people, you err not knowing the scriptures. Because if you knew the scriptures, you would know to abstain from all evil. Now, we're going into this holiday, which y'all call Halloween. Now this particular holiday has always been observed through prior past times, going all the way back to the Celtics, or the Celtics, all right? And it was highly observed by the Druids, which are basically they're witches or warlocks. The high priest of the Celtics, which the Celtics were considered pagans. They were pagans that worshiped the sun, the moon, the stars, or the earth. They didn't know God. That's what you 2/3. That's what happened to you. Because in Deuteronomy, the book of Deuteronomy and Exodus, it clearly tells us that not to worship the stars, the moon, or the cosmos, or the planets. But that's exactly what you ended up doing, you Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Which we know that some over there in Ireland, they're Hebrew Israelites. because they were worshiping them things. Those are indicators that the Celtics, the Celtics were actually Israelites. Okay, not all of them, but some of them were. But that's where Halloween originates from. That's the origin. Over there, it was known as Samhain. All right, and then it trickled down through Constantine the Great when he incorporated Christianity with paganistic worship. Now the Romans had their holidays that were synonymous to Halloween, which was called Panama, and they had another one in the Romans that was called as Ferilia. All right, Panoma was the goddess, a Roman goddess that represented fertility. Who was that? Semiramis. Who else? What other goddesses that represent fertility? You got Semiramis. You got Aphrodite. What other ones? Not succubus. You had Cupid. You have those certain goddesses that represent fertility, but really it's talking about orgies. You know, when it gets deeper with worshiping devils, worshiping idols. All right. So that's how it's been incorporated into Christianity, but in Christianity it's known as All Saints Day. So you people don't even know that y'all are all worshiping the same wicked holiday that the Druids were observing. That's history. And because you 2/3 Negro Latinos, which we don't give a shit about, we ain't worried about you. We're trying to educate and edify the brothers on the camera, which whether you be in it for a while or not, because we all gotta be refreshed. It's a constant flow. That's what the scriptures say. This word is as a rivering flow of water. So that water don't ever stop flowing. So it's repetitive. All right? So that's the history behind this wicked holiday known as Halloween. Now, what y'all don't, another thing that y'all don't know is that on this October 31st, it starts at sunset. Then it ends on sunset the next day, which is November 1st, which is All Saints Day, November 1st. For the Christians. Really, you Catholics. All right? Now, that's why the Lord says, be not ignorant in the small or great or small thing. And the majority of you people, y'all are a bunch of idiots. Get that one in Jeremiah 4:22. Like, that's why the Lord always, he calls you people foolish. Go ahead, get your work. That's why the Most High and his son Yahweh Shai call y'all people ignorant and foolish people. Because y'all don't know, nor do you know the Lord. All right? So, we'll bring out that scripture one more time. Matthew chapter 22, verse 29. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, you do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of God. All right? So, nowhere in the scriptures where you find the Most High say, worship the Day of the Dead. Worship the dead at that. All right? Yahweh is the God of the living. And also, when that certain disciple came up to Yahweh Shai, asking Yahweh Shai to give him the allowance to go and bury his father, Yahweh Shai's response was like, let the dead bury the dead. So that's exactly what you people are. Y'all are dead men. Y'all are dead people, man. Because the only life, or the only source on the earth that can give you life to make you alive again is His word. Nothing else can. Everything in this world destroys you. This is the only light. Like the brother said, the beacon of light. Everything else is an artificial light. It's like those glow sticks on Halloween. You snap them and it only lasts for so long. It's artificial, man. You think that's gonna last all Halloween night to the next day and the next day? Lit up? No, it's gonna eventually die out. Later on the next day, it's gonna lose its power. This is a never-ending power. Like I said, the scriptures say This is a constant flowing river of water. You got something?
Yeah, it was Jeremiah. Jeremiah 4:22. It says, "For my people is foolish; they have not known me."
Right. The Lord, like I said a while ago, the Most High and the Son are constantly saying you people are foolish and stupid people, man.
They are Sodom's children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
You have no knowledge to do good. But what y'all perceive as good is really evil, because you people got it all backwards, and the scriptures back it up, and what I'm saying is true. Y'all think that doing good is by helping the poor or handing out goods or clothes or opening the door for an elderly person or saying thank you. That's not what makes you good. That's like a small part of it. The bigger part of it is obeying and listening to your Creator. That's the big piece, and that's the big chunk. That's the big chunk of what y'all people are missing. And y'all wonder why y'all always feel a void in your hearts. Because there's no real pursuance towards the Lord. That's why y'all have that big chunk missing out of y'all's heart, y'all's mind. Because what y'all are doing is not the right way. Like y'all think by observing Halloween to make your kids happy is what you got to do to make, is part of making you good. That's not what makes you good. That's what makes you evil. That's what makes you ignorant, stupid.
This is Mark chapter 7, verse 6. He answered and said unto them, "Well hath the sayers prophesied of you hypocrites. As it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men."
Right, you rather teach the commandments of men. And the commandment of men, going back to Constantine the Great, which made himself a Christian, the first Roman ever to make himself a Christian, said, hey, I'm gonna incorporate paganistic worship so we can stop all strife. And we're gonna worship demons and angels. And that's what it is. You people wanna worship demons and angels. That's why a lot of you Latinos, y'all dabble in witchcraft. But you have one foot in witchcraft and the other foot in the Bible. You can't be like that. That's like you have, and everybody knows if you go in and out of water that's cold and hot, what happens? People say you get sick, you know? You gotta have a balanced temperature. But yeah, going back to that this wicked holiday called Halloween, it went from being known as Samhain to All Hallows Eve, which hallow means make consecrate as holy, a holiday. All right, now it's known as Halloween. Halloween. So this month and that day, October 31st to November 1st, is highly spiritual and wicked for the left-hand side of Satan. And the Wiccans, the Wiccans who are pagans, the word Wicca means witch, right? And the Wiccans will tell you straight up that they worship the trees, the moon, the stars, and the animals, and so have you. All right? And that, like I said, that word Wicca means witch. Now they know that October 31st is a very highly celebrated holiday for them. All right? So that should make you think twice about observing this day. But a lot of you people, y'all don't care. Y'all say, well, it's not about that. All right. And in a way it's true, because the Most High, He knows your heart. He knows whether you're in it or not in it. Right? So, but to get the scoop out on this month and this holiday, because it's a highly anticipated and acknowledged day on the earth. In Mexico, it's known as Dia de los Muertos. All right, and it's all the same, man. Every religion, every nation, nationality has something that relates to this day, but it's called by a different title. But it's all known as Halloween. All right. You got something?
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. when thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
But real quick, I'm gonna backtrack. We all were brought into this world, right? Through our father and mother. She opened up her legs and we were conceived out the womb. We were taught by the precepts of men, then at the precepts of God at the same time, right? But the precepts of men is telling you to observe these certain holidays, Christmas, Easter, Halloween. We were grown into that, right? Now the Lord says, learn not that way, right? In the land that you were given. So what our parents didn't know any better, right? But when we come into this truth, we have to set forth that rule, all right, to our children. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter pass through the fire.
And that's exactly what you do. You're making them pass through the fire, man, spiritually, because this is all spiritual. And that's why I keep making this mention about silent weapons for quiet wars. Esau knows what he's doing, man. He's mastered his craft. Right? The highest form of witchcraft is doing it in front of your face. And the brother Al-Mashabah said that one time. And it's true.
Thou shalt not be found among you anyone that maketh the son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination,
or uses divination. A lot of you Latinos, y'all use divination, man. Y'all go into fortune telling, the horoscopes. That's what that is. Y'all go to palm readers. What is that? Tarot card readers. That shit's wicked, man. Y'all don't even know that when you dabble in that, spirits hop on you. Go ahead.
That useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer.
Right. A necromancer is a medium that, or a priest, what have you, that consults with the dead. That's one of the highest forms of witchcraft right there, is a necromancer. All right, it's very wicked, very evil. And they got a book called the Book of the Dead. All right, I never read it, and I ain't trying to read it, but they observe those things, man. And it's for real. It's not no joke. People think it's a joke, though. People think it's not real. It's like you think Halloween is innocent. It's not innocent. There's something more sinister and deceivable right behind it, and y'all don't know it. Every idol, behind every idol, there's a demon, man. Go ahead.
It says, or a charmer, or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord.
They're an abomination. They're wicked. They're evil. Even if they come smiling, talking nice, that's a deception of Satan, man. If you see those characteristics, you see that people are consulting with spirits, or playing with the Ouija board, or they're doing shit that they're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like playing around with it. You're not supposed to be playing with them. You're not supposed to be messing with them. They're an abomination, and the Most High is going to destroy them.
For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doth drive them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God. For these nations.
And that's another thing. Y'all people like to say, I'm human. I'm human. Yeah, we know that we're human too. But we have to strive for perfection. You gotta better yourself. You gotta make yourself better. You can't just be stagnant like water. And what happens when it's stagnant? It accumulates garbage and mold and algae and what have you. The fish die, you know, it stinks. You gotta keep moving, even if it's hard. Like the Lord says, not an easy road, it's a straight gate. The Lord never said it was gonna be easy. The Lord never said when you come out of the world and you start denouncing not the hidden things, but the wicked things.